So is homelessness a choice? I'm going to say, I don't think in my time on the street, I don't think I've ever met a single person who chose to be on the street. And I am a street person. I might not look like it some days, but I'm street. I'm street. It's a social class. It shouldn't even really be a social class, in my opinion, because we're people. And a lot of people forget. They think that homelessness is a social class and not a situation. But homelessness is a situation, because the only difference between the street people and you people is you have homes and we don't. I would rather be friends with a street person than a so-called normal person, because those street people are more likely to help you than somebody who has stuff, who's done well for themselves. Like I said, I was a respected member of my community. I worked hard my entire life, and in 1 second, I went to being a piece of shit and a waste of skin because they saw me push a shopping cart with my stuff in it. And I'm a good Samaritan there. They're well known for this, okay? I walk around picking up needles, and as I'm picking up the needles, I'm picking up all the garbage I see because I'm there. I might as well, right? It's something I started doing to retrain my brain against lessons I shouldn't have learned, right? So I've been like, piles of needles in front of me, and cops are standing right there, and I'm picking them up like I can't handle it, because I think about somebody's 5-year-old. It was like right next to the street. Somebody's 5-year-old comes up, picks one of those up. That just breaks my heart. So my first thought is, oh my God, I gotta clean them up. And the cop looks at me, and I look at the cop, I'm like, can I clean these up, or are they part of an investigation? He goes, well, as long as you do it safely. Okay, just get me the I'll do it. And I cleaned it. I filled up 3 orange Sharps containers. 3 orange ones. Those are the big suckers, okay? I filled them up in that one little spot because somebody had a coffee can full of them and decided to throw them out our window. Because unfortunately, it was one of the buildings in my hometown that is known for being a drug den. I was successful for most of my life, and one boyfriend is what ended that, literally. He was calling my work, and when I lost my job, I don't even know what he was saying to them. I don't care, because I became a liability. Because I was a flagger and he was a truck driver. And they didn't want to find out what happened if he found me flagging on the road and he was driving an 18-wheeler. Yeah, I became a liability, so I come out of an abusive relationship, I lose my job, I lose everything, because I fell apart. I was literally looking in the mirror at myself, and I was like, that's not me. But in my head, I'm like, yes, that is. I'm like, no, it's not. Like, I had to battle with myself to figure out who I was again, excuse my language. Because that was a weird feeling. And it took me a while to figure out that, like, to fix that. And then there were certain things that I learned in that relationship, like the word want. If I wanted something, he would make sure I didn't get it in the cruelest way he can figure out. And he would build me up until I was on cloud 9. I'm awesome and beautiful, and poof, down on the ground you go. No, you're not. You should just stop. And that was a yo-yo that changed my life, because I didn't actually think anybody could change my opinion of myself. Unfortunately, it worked, and that's where I came to my fall, right? And people should have been there who loved me, but they weren't. And because I'm introverted, I don't really know why, but I have been on my own struggling with this homelessness, trying to fix it, doing everything positive I can think of, and I have never once in my travels met a homeless person that chose it. They did not choose it. Nobody does. It is horrible, especially when you're on your own, when it's cold. Like, I have PTSD now. Like, I feel even a slight bit cold, and I almost freak out a little bit because I was so cold it hurt. Like, every part of me hurt, like every fiber, like everything, every like little flake of skin, everything hurt. It was so cold. I thought I was gonna die that night. And if it wasn't for my cats, I probably would have. I think I would have, because it was cold.